Hi Metas, welcome to the special live stream event for version 1.2. We're excited to see you all again. For those you already watched our last live, you should already know me. My name is Suchi and I'm the Global Marketing Manager for Once Human. And let's give a warm welcome to our new friend Sammy!
Hi everyone, I'm Sammy, also known as Star Run. I am your community manager. I'm responsible for a whole lot here, but mostly managing all of the community platforms, social medias, and collecting all of your feedback, bug reports, stuff like that from those platforms. In this live stream, we're going to be going through a deep dive version 1.2, and that'll be coming out in about a week. So we're super excited, and let's get going.
Yeah, that's right. Now let me share a brief overview of today's live schedule. The live stream will cover several parts. First, Sammy will address some common questions raised lately in the community. Next, we will introduce the version 1.2 new scenario, Prisma vs. Clash gameplay, which will go live on September 26, along with other features and events in the coming update.
Yep, we have a lot for you today. Throughout this live stream, we hope to not only answer your questions, but also give you a deeper understanding of the upcoming new scenario and activities you'll be doing in it. So whether you're a veteran player or a new one, we think that you'll find something interesting here and something useful. So during the live stream, if you have any questions, thoughts, feedback, anything like that, feel free to leave it in chat, and we will do our best to answer them one by one. We hope that you guys have a fun live stream and hopefully get lots of good answers.
Can't wait to share more with you guys. Of course, as always, there will be plenty of rewards. For this live stream event, we have 3 types of rewards. First, periodic drop redeem codes. There are a total of 2 drops, each awarding 500 star crown. Second, the new character outfit raffle. So please leave a message in the chat box at the specific time for a chance to win. Third, the social media rewards. So if you post a picture of you watching the live stream on X or Facebook and use the hashtag OnceHuman and divestream, and you will have a chance to win a Steam gift card.
Oh no, I don't think I can take a picture of me streaming to try to get the gift card, darn it. But that's exciting. I'm excited for everybody to get some rewards, and I will just warn you right now, the message in the chat box will not be exclamation point giveaway, so you don't need to keep doing it if you don't want to. But all right, enough of that. Let's just get the live stream started. What do you say?
Yay! Okay, first let's step into the Q&A part. I believe that Sammy has been continuously collecting feedback from various community platforms such as Discord and X. Just want everyone to know we have received all your feedback and support for Once Human. So today we've specifically selected some of the questions and Sammy will be answering all of them.
Yeah, exactly. And we also just wanted to quickly say, if you encounter any questions while watching the live stream and put them in chat, we actually already have some team members standing by specifically to collect that feedback and all your questions. And either I will try to answer them live if I can get to them, or if not, after the live stream, we will compile and discuss some of the things put in chat, and we'll put our responses on various platforms, Discord, social media, things like that. And hopefully, going forward, we can keep that up forever, and then we can create a positive feedback loop where you guys give us feedback immediately on the things you want changed. We optimize the game based on that feedback, and then we come to you and let you know what we changed. Hopefully, you know, if we work together and can get all that feedback out there, this will make Once Human even better.
Yeah, let's start by addressing some common recent questions from the community. So first, many players are asking why when they will be able to change their character gender.
Yeah, so this is something I've seen so much, and this is something we are working on. I can finally confirm it, but unfortunately I don't have the exact date yet, so I can't tell you when it'll be available, but we will be bringing that to the game.
Will we ever be able to delete a character?
That is also something that we are currently working on, but unfortunately I just don't have a timeline yet for it.
Okay, do let the community members know when we made our decision for releasing these features. So next question is, many players have been reporting the game lags, especially in Prime War. Have we made any optimization to address the issue?
Yeah, this is something I've heard a lot about, and I know it's incredibly frustrating when you're trying to go Prime War and the lag causes you to waste biomass missiles, or even worse, red plasma, right? Those are super valuable, and we hear you. That latency is not great. So we have been working on it quite a bit. We have done several rounds of optimization on this lag, and we are continuing to complete more optimizations on it. And our next round is scheduled to complete it at the end of October, so hopefully we should see a lot of improvements there.
Got it. And next question is there a plan date for the 3v3 or 4v4 arena mode?
Yeah, so this is something that we've seen some conversation about and lightly got talked about a long time ago, which was the possibility of an arena mode for PvP. And at this time, we do not have any plans for that. There's not a consideration for it at the current moment. We feel that it deviates from the main storyline experience and doesn't really solve the issue of long-term replayability for our players. And we want to focus on the core gameplay of each scenario as it comes up. So this is not currently in the plans.
Okay, so next part is construction. It has been a favorite feature among players. So let's discuss some optimization in this area. So can you share some plan regarding adding more furnitures like wallpapers, desks, or chairs?
Yeah, I can't share any specific plans necessarily, but I can say that we'll be adding a bunch more furniture blueprints for players to create and enrich their buildings, their territories. We'll be adding more prints, more furniture, everything that you can possibly imagine, because yes, we love seeing all the cool territories. I myself am absolutely a big builder, love creating the cool houses. So yes, that is something we'll be adding lots more of, don't worry.
Cool. And what about adding a higher structure, furniture, or function facility limit?
Yeah, so this is something that's very tricky. Obviously, I think everyone would like to just build more, right? Have more freedom. However, it's very difficult just because it's a lot of strain on our servers. So when it comes to these higher limits, we are currently testing we're currently under stress test to test the upper limits of what we can handle. The maximum number of functional facilities is currently controlled by memetics, and we will still add an upper limit to it, but we're evaluating what that upper limit should be, and after all of our testing, we will see where we're at and what we can possibly bring into the game in order to improve that for everybody.
Okay, and next is why are the small parapets missing?
Yes, so this is, I can't speak to necessarily why at the moment, but I can say that we have heard you, and yes, we know that those are missing, and the demand is there, so we will continue to improve our building system and add these new things, including those small parapets, and continuously iterate and update our building system.
Okay, and next one is, will an auction house ever being added?
No, to be honest. So unfortunately, we do not want to create an auction house. We see, or although that would be very convenient, we feel that it would reduce the number, or it would reduce the interactions to mere transactional interactions, which is not necessarily what our goal is with player trading. We aim to foster connections between our players, and we want the process of trading to be completed through these interactions and through connecting with people and their territories. We really love the spontaneous creation of marketplaces. We love that players are coming together. You know, on my server that I play on, there's a mall that is set up with a bunch of vending machines. That's super cool. I love attracting players to my territory to show off my house with my vending machine. So this is something that we are super excited about, the current system and how it works. But we will absolutely continue to optimize the current system and improve on it as best as we can with our vision of what we think trading should be.
Okay, and next up is the question about the planning for improving the punishment and reporting system in the game.
Yeah, so I actually kind of have 3 points about this, because this is something that has been very near and dear to my heart. Obviously, as the community manager, right, this is my primary thing. So number 1, we are going to optimize the reporting interface to enhance the entire system usability, allowing players to make more precise selections when reporting issues. This means you will be able to better identify exactly what's going on, which will allow us to make quicker action on it. We will additionally introduce an automatic screenshot function to that in-game reporting to ensure more accurate and effective information is being conveyed to us. Number 2, we want to add more interactive reporting forms for behaviors like blocking entrances of buildings or obstructing resource points with various buildings or territories. Players can report with a single click instead of having to press escape and fill in a whole bunch of information. So we're trying to make it a lot easier for you to report those little things quickly to minimize the interruption to your gameplay experience, which hopefully will result in more reports for us and the more awareness for us, and we can take quicker action as well. Number 3, and alongside that, For penalties, we are going to try to increase manpower and combine some different strategies to conduct more efficient reviews and handlings of cases so far. Hopefully, by combining these three things, we'll see dramatic improvements to our reporting systems, and as well as player punishments in general to hopefully make the game better for everybody and everyone who's aiming to play legitimately and fairly and considerate of all their other players.
Okay, next let's talk about the questions regarding the new scenarios. Do you have something to? Yeah.
Yeah, so since our live stream today is related to version 1.2, I actually think we should just go ahead and start with Prism versus Clash, the new scenario. In this one, I actually have a question for you. How did we address the issue of faction imbalance when it comes to Prism versus Clash?
So based on everyone's understanding of the faction backstories, it is understandable that the faction choices may not be perfectly balanced, but we have implemented several mechanisms in the game to optimize the balance of Prism versus Clash. So first one is when your faction is at a disadvantage, the territory purification time will be shortened. And the second one is the mimetic system. It is shared between both Rosetta and Mayfly faction, so making the gameplay experience more balanced. We're eagerly looking forward to your brilliant tactics, ideas, metas, and of course, in the future, we also plan to iterate on the registration method of the scenario so players can choose their faction before entering the game. And battles will start once the faction numbers are balanced. Additionally, during the season settlement period, there will be not only faction rewards, but also individual rewards for outstanding players. So don't get disheartened if your chosen faction performs poorly at the beginning. As long as you maintain a good combat performance, you can still reap significant rewards.
Yeah, I'm really excited to join aside and take on this new battle. I am super excited for everything that's going to come, and I think that this balancing system will hopefully keep things super fair, so that's super exciting to hear.
Yeah, well, and the new scenario launching on September 26th, and it is a PvP gameplay. So for PvE players, if they join the PvP scenario now, will they still be able to smoothly join the next PvE scenario when it's released? Sammy, can you share more about this?
Yeah, so this is something I really wanted to talk about specifically. So the concern is that if players transfer to the PvP scenario, Prism versus Clash, which is coming out just later this month, will they be able to move on to the new PvE scenario, the Way of Winter, when that comes out later in October? Players have seen that our current schedule waits until you reach phase 6, which is 6 weeks later, and say, I don't want to wait 6 weeks, right? That's way past the first date. That will not happen. The new scenario, Prism versus Clash, only lasts 19 days total. That means if players start playing on September 26th, the release date, it will not affect their ability to play the PvE scenario in October when it releases. However, you are still locked in for the length of that server, meaning if you join later than September 26th, you may have to wait until your server ends in order to play the new scenario. This is related, unfortunately, a requirement that is mandatory with how we've designed the system. Because of that faction balance we spoke about earlier, if we allow players to leave early, it could cause dramatic and sudden shifts in Prism versus Clash scenario, and that would cause massive imbalances, which is just unfair to anybody who wishes to keep playing. So, unfortunately, we are mandating that you will have to finish out in that scenario, but if you're super excited and you can't wait to get your hands on both content and you want to play them day one, you absolutely still can do that.
Yes, of course. So if you are a player who prefer PvE gameplay, this is definitely not a push for you to experience the PvP scenario. However, from a personal perspective, the upcoming Prism vs. Clash is relatively low entry barriers for every user. So, and you won't even lose your equipment if you die. So I mean, from a personal idea, I really highly recommend to give it a try. And also beside that, it is true that the production cycle of the PvE scenario is generally longer and we need more time to refine them. So I also want to announce that we have confirmed the global release of the new PvE scenario, The Way of Winter, on October 17th. So stay tuned.
Yay, woohoo! I'm super excited. I am so hyped for the new Way of Winter, but you are exactly right. Our team hopes that both PvP and PvE players can find their own joy and happiness in the game, but we do hope that if you're a PvE player, you might give the PvP a shot.
Exactly. All right, Midas, I know you may got a lot of questions on the upcoming scenarios, so the Prisma versus Clash. So do leave your question in the chat box or Discord server. We will definitely check it. So next question is, will you change the 10-day server transfer rule? Sammy, can you explain a little bit?
Yeah, so the 10-day server transfer rule currently prevents you from transferring to a new server beyond 10 days from when it started. We'll be extending that from 10 days to 14 days in the September 26th update, so giving you a little bit more time to get in, hopefully.
Got it. And next question is, why does the map in Prisma versus Clash look at the same as the current base map? Will there be any new content?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've seen some players have been a little concerned. They saw that Prism versus Clash is going to be the exact same map, and they were a little worried about what the new content would be. The new content for the new PvP scenario is brand new, new things to do, and it explores the background story of Nalcott as well as the battle between Rosetta and the Mayflies. So lots of new things to explore, lots of new activities to do, and new content to have fun with.
Okay, and next up, let's talk about the cross-platform. As we all know, Once Human is a cross-platform game. So will the game ever come to console?
Yeah, we do have a plan for a console version, but that does take a while, and the platforms, regarding the platform's release information and what platforms will specifically come to, please be patient and wait for an official announcement at one of our press conferences, because currently we are mostly focused on the stability of the PC version, as well as optimizing and launching the mobile version.
Talking about the mobile version, I think we got a mobile test right today. Can you share more information about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So although the official release date hasn't exactly been set, we're kicking off our mobile technical test right today, September 20th, 8 p.m. PDT. Android users can download the game, and iOS users can, or I'm sorry, Android users can download the game APK, and iOS users can get it through TestFlight or our official website to join the test. The test access is on a first-come, first-served basis, and those metas who get access to the test, you can also download the PC test version experience to experience the cross-platform gameplay between mobile and PC. This is key to note. Because it is a test currently, the mobile test version only interacts with the PC test version, not the PC live version. Please keep in mind, the mobile version is absolutely still in the testing and development phase, so please, if you encounter any issues at all during the test, please come over to our social media or our Discord and make sure to report them to me.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and what's more, you could also play Once Human mobile version on iPad this time during the test. Yes, so I'm an iPad player, so I'm really looking forward to this feature as well. So, okay, that wraps up the first part of today's live stream, the Q&A part, and it is time to review the first redeem code. Okay, director, please post the code.
So make sure you are redeeming this code before October 31st to get 500 Starcrum. If your friends couldn't watch the stream, please feel free to share it with them. If you want to do this in-game, I believe you'll hit F2, might be F3, I might be wrong, sorry. I think F2 is shop, actually. Yeah, it's F3, and then you're going to press X in order to redeem this code.
Now let's move on to our first character outfit giveaway. Since we are live streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, we'll have two giveaways this time. The reverse this time is the Freezing Mist outfit from the current Lightforge loot crate. So participating is super simple. We will count down from 5, and our staff will take a screenshot of the chat box on the YouTube as well as on the Twitch. So Matt, you could send messages in the chat box, and the messages at the bottom of the screenshot will be the lucky winner. So since we're live streaming on 2 platforms this time, we'll pick 2 lucky winners from both platforms to win the reverse. So all you need to do is to send a message in the chat during that countdown.
All right, I think we should pick our lucky winners from both Twitch and YouTube. So are you ready?
Are you ready? Okay, so I'm gonna start the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There it is. Somebody got it, I hope.
Okay, I'm
I
waiting
kind
for...
of hope it wasn't somebody who did exclamation point giveaway. I really hope it was a not exclamation point giveaway. That'd be funny.
Just a moment, we're just, the director team, they're sending me the screenshot.
Yeah, we want to announce immediately, so we're waiting to see who won. We got to get it sent.
I think on Twitch...
What's human is the best? Oh, I like that one.
Twitch is a Psycho Mama Mocha. Yeah, let's post it after the live stream. Yes, congratulations.
Psycho Mama.
Psycho Mama Mocha. And on YouTube is the 2 feet heartbeat. Yeah, 2 feet heartbeat. Congratulations. And
congratulations to our winners.
Yes, and do send us a detailed information on the Discord to contact our official staff and to claim your prize. All right, let's move on to our next part, which is also the most important part of today. So you all know that we have a new scenario coming out on version 1.2. So this is a new PvP scenario, Prisma versus Clash.
Yeah, for those metas who watched our last live stream, you should already be fairly familiar with some of the basic gameplay of Prism versus Clash. In this all-new scenario, players will be asked to choose between 2 factions right at the start, Mayfly or Rosetta. Once you've made your choice, you'll be playing as a member of that faction, either Mayfly or Rosetta, for the entire season, surviving in the game and competing for what's known as Prism deviations to earn higher Prism energy for your faction. To give players a better PvP experience and let them focus more on the PvP itself, we've actually made some big changes in Prism vs. Clash. You will now earn character experience and resources at a rate that is several times faster in the normal mode. This means that you won't have to spend ages grinding for resources and levels, and you can just dive straight into the intense PvP battles and enjoy this shortened 19-day scenario.
Do try it out. Sammy also mentioned the Prisma deviation. I also want to emphasize a little bit in the that. So in the Prisma versus Clash, we will introduce 2 new special deviation, which we call Prisma deviation. Competing for them is a key to the faction victory. The data and function of Prisma deviation are the same as the regular one. Additionally, the Prisma versus Clash will still features a large number of regular deviation. Well, I'm really looking forward to acquiring resources more quickly as well. But now I'm kind of curious about, like, will the metas go with Rosetta or Mayfly? Sammy, let's introduce the backstories of 2 factions first and see if it's going to help everyone with their choices. So I will introduce the Mayfly first. So Mayfly are the rangers who roam the wilderness, mighty warriors who yet still maintain their faith and sense of justice, never surrendering to fate. They stand alone against the rift entities and unknown deviations. To the survivors in this insane world, they are a symbol in hope and courage. So Sammy, next up, the Rosetta story. Please introduce.
Yeah, sure. Rosetta was once the most powerful multinational corporation in history. They are the initiators of Starfell, and they recklessly sought the power of Stardust to elevate humanity, resulting in irreversible consequences. Rosetta has once disappeared from the public eye, but now they have returned, still armed with advanced technology and weaponry, still ruthless, and acting with very mysterious intentions.
Yeah, after hearing the backstory of the faction, have you, like metas, decided which faction you choose? Let's check out what everyone's saying in the chat. Please send a message, like which faction you want to join, Rosetta or Mayfly.
Death to Rosetta. Oh, already getting the war started. Strong claims.
Wow.
Ooh, lots of Mayflies, lots of Rosettas. Okay, I'm seeing a good split. That gives me hope. I will say, I'm not going to say which one I'm going for, I think, because I don't want to influence either direction. I don't want to make it, but I know which one I like, and I thought everybody would be on mine, so I'm happy to see that it's all changed.
Yeah, so for those mad
fly
as
for life.
Yeah. I think we got something else to share with the
So for those metas who haven't decided yet, don't worry at all. We've actually prepared a full explanation segment to provide you with some guidance. Hopefully after watching this video, everyone will have a much deeper understanding of Prism versus Clash.
So please check the video.
Hello, Metas! Welcome to today's Once Human Crash Course. I'm your friend H37, and today I'll be talking about Prism vs. Clash, the new PvP scenario coming with the version 1.2 update on September 26th. This scenario features team PvP that's even more intense and fast-paced than an Evolution's Call. Firstly, Prism vs. Clash has fewer phases, 4 to be precise, other than starting settlement phase. All other scenario phases have been shortened to 19 days. This will greatly reduce the preparation period, meaning you'll get a pure PvP combat experience from the very first day of the season. In the wilderness, multiple contest areas have been marked where you can engage in PvP either solo or alongside your friends. Furthermore, you won't drop any gear or resources if you're defeated in Prism vs. Clash, so you can go all out in PvP without worrying about losing important items. There's no doubt Prism vs. Clash will involve many ambushes and group fights, but there's more. You can also raid other players' territories. This game mode, which combines base building and PvP, is sure to make the faction war much more thrilling. In contest areas, combat is only one shot away. The fights between raiding and defending hives may break out any time. Call on your friends, prepare your best gear and items, and plan your raid strategy to crush your enemies and their bases all at once. You might be wondering what new challenges Prism vs. Clash has to offer. That's why I'm here. Let me tell you all about this new scenario. Now, how is the winning faction determined? Prism deviations are the key to victory in Prism vs. Clash. Fight over them in the wilderness and secure them to earn Prism energy for your faction. The faction with the most Prism energy by the end of the scenario wins. Now, you might be wondering, what in the world are Prism deviations? And how do they differ from regular deviations in existing scenarios? Prism deviations are special deviations with unique attributes that can be found throughout the world. Prism deviation provides a different amount of Prism energy depending on its rarity. Certain deviations, such as Electric Eel and the Digby Boy, will be converted into Prism deviations. 2 new Prism deviations will also be introduced in this scenario: Berserkosaurus Rex and the Radiant one, which are so rare that securing one will earn your faction a massive amount of Prism energy. But how am I supposed to find these Prism deviations, you ask? They can be obtained by fishing and gathering in contest areas or by participating in public crisis events. That's not all, though. You can also attack the opposing faction and seize their hard-earned Prism deviations for yourself and your faction. The next question is, how do you secure a Prism deviation after obtaining it? I've prepared a securement guide, so please note the following pointers. 1. You must be in a contest area to secure a Prism deviation. 2. Prism deviations take different amounts of time to secure, depending on their rarity. 3. If you teleport, enter a safe zone, are defeated by another player, or enter a dungeon while carrying a Prism deviation in your backpack, the Prism deviation will escape and return to the contest area. Prism deviations will also escape if held in a securement facility in your territory. and the facility is destroyed before securement is complete. Therefore, you should team up and defend prism deviations while they are being secured. If you are confident enough, you can even collect multiple prism deviations and secure them all at once. But you'll have to be careful. Carrying a prism deviation will reveal your location to the opposing faction. And the more prism deviations you have, the more exposed you'll be. Having been through the basic rules, you'll probably have noticed that your territory is extremely important in the fight for prism deviations. Defending prism deviations as they're being secured will take more than your own strength. It'll also take a strong territory. Having a well-built territory will increase your chances of withstanding enemy raids. You should aim to occupy strongholds in the wilderness with your hive or faction allies, or else build a huge fortress with robust defenses. I'm looking forward to seeing the creative territories you'll come up with. But I wonder if even the most seemingly perfect territory can truly be impregnable. I guess you'll have to find out for yourself. To help you adapt to Prism vs. Clash quicker, the scenario has 3 major seasonal phases, namely Prism Descent, Clash at Blackfell, and The Last Stand. So, what are these phases exactly? The first phase, Prism Descent, lasts for 5 days. During this time, only 4 regions in the wilderness will be accessible. Mayfly Base, Safe Zone, Rosetta Base, Safe Zone, the Public Safe Zone, and Central Blackfell Contest Area. You can think of this phase as a warm-up period during which you can familiarize yourself with the rules of the faction war, as well as try out game modes like public crisis events, securement silos, and monoliths. The second phase, Clash at Blackfell, lasts for 7 days and represents the peak of the faction war. During this phase, the Western Blackfell contest area will become accessible, enlarging the theater of conflict. Public crisis events, securement silos, and monoliths on hard mode will also become available. The third phase, The Last Stand, lasts for 7 days and will be decisive in determining the outcome of the faction war. Eastern Blackfell contest area and Pro Mode dungeons will con available during this phase. Different incidents will also occur during each phase of the scenario. What kind of impact will they have on the battlefield? You'll have to find out for yourself. Now, I'm sure you'd like to know about what kind of rewards you'll be getting for your contributions to your faction during this season. Firstly, unlike Evolution's Call, there are no war bans in Prism vs. Clash, so seasonal rewards are tied to your faction instead. If your faction accumulates the requisite amount of Prism energy, all members will receive Star Chromes as a reward. You can also complete individual season goals during each phase to earn rewards, including Legacy of Conflict loot crates, Star Chromes, and more. And if your faction wins, or if the scenario ends in a draw, you'll be getting 9 Legacy of Conflict loot crates. But don't worry if your faction loses. You'll still receive 6 of those coveted Legacy of Conflict loot crates. Individual players in each faction will be ranked based on their contribution during each phase, and will receive rewards according to their ranking. You'll also be able to share your personal rewards with other players. This means that, in addition to your personal rewards, you'll be able to share the rewards of one other player. That concludes this crash course on the Prism vs. Clash scenario. See you on the battlefield on September 26th.
Yeah, welcome back. So this is roughly how the gameplay of Prism vs. Clash looks like. If you have any questions after watching, feel free to send them in chat or in the community. The community will collect them and provide the answer via the devs talk or later in the Discord server.
Yeah, and if you ask them quick enough, we might be able to get to them right now, actually. I've seen lots of good stuff going on. I see lots of people super excited for the different things. Some people thinking one side might be better than the other already planning things. I saw somebody say they're worried about mayflies going through Blackfelth and planning other routes and all that already. So I like to see that. We actually got some questions in chat, too, that I wanted to just quickly highlight. We did talk about it a little bit earlier, but because it's super important, I wanted to go back and say it again. Somebody asked, how do you join mobile for iPhone? Where do you get the code to join? That is going to be an open test. You can join via our website. So just head to our official website, and you can find it right there.
Okay, so please maybe let's continue. And if you guys got any questions, just leave it in the chat box. And I don't think we got enough time today to answer all of them, but we do gonna check it and give you feedback in the community.
Yeah. All right, so let's continue. And yeah, the version 1.2 update will only include the PvP scenario. If you are a PvE player, don't worry. The new PvE scenario, The Way of Winter, is coming very soon, just on October 17th. For all the juicy details about that one, though, you will have to catch our next Way of Winter version 1.3 live stream, which will be happening in mid-October, and you can follow our social media to get that exact date.
Yes, in the Way of Winter, we will not only open the exploration area, new exploration areas, but also introduce new survival mechanics and new settlement silo. So this will completely transform your previous survival experience. So in this harsher environment, metas, you will need to gather at your territories and gradually figure out how to survive.
Yeah, I think, you might be able to figure out some of what we're referencing there just from the names, but we don't want to spoil too much yet. But speaking of new scenarios and the future of Once Human, I wanted to talk about something really cool we're about to launch, the Creative Scenario Workshop. In this event, metas were going to unleash their imagination and write the scenarios that they envision. What kind of scenario do you think would be great for Once Human? You can submit your scenario to us, and the best ones will not only receive cash rewards, but will also have a chance to be implemented right into the game. If you can believe it, we actually have $1,500 USD up for grabs at the moment. So if you have an idea for the game, definitely send it on in. Let us know what you want to see. And maybe not only will you get some money, maybe it'll be in the game.
Yeah, just imagine when metas enter into the game and it is your scenario that unfolds before everyone's eyes. This is feeling, for me, it is amazing feeling. Not only will you see your ideas come to life, but also you will allow players from all over the world to experience your scenarios together. So if you're really interested in this event and want to know more about it, please make sure to follow us on our official social media as well as the Discord community for more detailed information. And speaking of which, Sammy, ever since the 1.1 version of ranching system was launched, we've received some players' feedbacks, such as why there isn't a breeding function, so we'll be able to making any adjustment in the response to this.
Yeah, super easy actually. We've heard you loud and clear. Breeding will be live in version 1.2, so just September 26th.
Yeah, that's great news. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, sure. I can go into detail about how it works. So essentially, there's a few conditions, and once those conditions are met, your animals will be qualified for breeding. Those conditions are high taming level, the animal must have reached adulthood, and you must have built the special new facility called the Youngling Hut, and this facility must have available space. Once those three conditions are met, there's a small chance for your animal to enter the mating state after any feeding or drinking action. After the release of the 1.2 update, the ranching system will also introduce the appearance system. This means that any animal you capture may have a different appearance or pattern, and if you breed your animals, your offsprings will also have a unique appearance. So lots of cool stuff coming, not only for breeding, but also for different variations in your animals. But not only that, not only are there new variations in the animals you can already tame, but in the 1.2 update, we will be adding 3 new animals that can be tamed. So first one, I know lots of people have been asking for. I myself was desperate to do it the second I saw them. Capybaras! Finally, you can work your way into those caves, grab a capybara, and bring them home. But not only that, we'll also be introducing flamingos and leopards. Personally, I have to say, I'm most excited for the capybaras. They are super cute, and they're so little calm, and I love them.
Exactly. That sounds really fantastic. I'm sure all the metas, they will absolutely love the new ranching system. Being able to breeding animals is definitely as a lot of fun and strategy on it. And how about the Eternal Land? I heard that we also have optimized the Eternal Land experience.
Yeah, so we're introducing something really, really cool to Eternal Land, or at least I think it's really, really cool. So we're adding actually a new entrance interface where players can see the entrances of other random players' Eternal Lands. I think we'll be putting something up on screen right now so you can take a look at what that looks like, what that interface looks like. But once you see those entrances and in this new update, metas will now be able to like their favorite Eternal Land. You can see at the bottom on those images, there are little thumbs up symbols. The more likes your Eternal Land receives, the larger your Eternal Land entrance will be. So if you take a look in that bottom left, that one with 3 likes is much bigger than the ones with 0. And that means it will be recommended to more players in the system, more people will visit it, and you have even cooler things to show off in your Eternal Land, more people to bring in, and lots more fun stuff to do.
Yeah, that sounds like a great social enhancement that you could play with your friends. And I believe we will be adding even more gameplay features to Eternal in the future. So metas, please stay tuned.
And that's not all we're adding. I've seen lots of questions about this in the chat, so I've been really excited to say it. In version 1.2, we will be adding support for 3 new languages: Russian, Spanish, and yes, Portuguese. So that means even more regions will be able to play and enjoy the game seamlessly and easily.
Yeah, this is undoubtedly great news for all of our metas who speak in these 3 languages, so Russian, Spanish, and Portuguese. So with this update, more players will be able to smoothly enter the game, enter the world, and enjoy all the fun and challenges we offers.
Yeah, another noteworthy addition that I wanted to talk about while we were here is a new weapon blueprint that's coming in version 1.2. This is something that players have been asking for a while. It's the very cool katana called the Fabled Masamune. You can obtain this blueprint through the Wish machine, and let's take a video, or take a look at a video about it together.
Wow, the inspection animation for this weapon is indeed impressive. Fans of melee weapons, especially those who appreciate the elegance of power of Kanata, are in for a real treat. So it's time...
Oh yeah, it's...
yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it's time to review our second redeem code. Yeah, please show the code. Ooh.
Make sure you are redeeming this one within the specified time as well. This one is also going to be 500 Starcrum. Again, if your friends could not watch, make sure to share with them. And the way you're going to redeem this, if you're unfamiliar, is you're going to go into game, press F3 to bring up your events panel, and then you're going to press X on your keyboard to redeem.
Okay, what's next? Next is the character outfit. So this time the reverse is still the Freezing Mist outfit from the current Light Forge loot crate. Just like before, we'll count down for 5 seconds and our staff will take a screenshot, and the meta at the bottom of the chat in the screenshot will be the lucky winner. So since we are live streaming on 2 platforms, on YouTube and Twitch platform, so we will pick two lucky winners from Twitch and YouTube to win the rewards. So all you need to do is to send a message in the chat during the countdown.
All right, let's pick our winner soon. Remember, slow mode is on in some of the platforms, so give yourself a break so that once we hit 1, or once our countdown finishes, that's when you want to send that message. So give yourselves a break. We're getting ready to count down. Are you ready?
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ding, 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 ding. Somebody won. Woo! Well, 2 people. 2 people won. Woo! Super exciting. We will find out who very soon. Oh no, I didn't write down any questions to answer during this downtime. Somebody ask me a question quickly.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the screenshot.
All right, well, let me ask you this. What do you think is your first deviation you're going to try to capture? Are you going to focus one, or are you just going to let it come to you?
For me, I'm just I'm just like catching on my own. I'm like
anything that comes by.
Yeah, I got like strategy, and I just follow the strategy one by one. So first, absolutely, is the butterfly one, and the second, I think, is the minor one.
Oh, Digby boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I love
I'm
him.
trying to decide if it's worth bringing a Digby boy with me, or if I'll get really lucky just mining early on the next one and it's not worth bringing. I think it's not worth it.
It is definitely worth, I think. Okay, I got the screenshot.
Oh, you think so? All right.
So on the Twitch is Nicotine Black.
Woo!
It's a new member. And on the YouTube is, oh, I can't see that very clearly, is the Flipped Plug Ellie. Flipped Plug Ellie. Flipped Plug Ellie. Sorry, I mentioned this 3 times because the screenshot is, the photo is not that clear, but we'll definitely post it on in the group chat.
Yeah, that sounds good. Make sure, if you were one of the people who just won, to reach out to us on Discord after the stream to claim your prize. I believe you should be trying to reach out to the OH_reward account. If not, feel free to ask myself or one of the mods. One of the mods probably won't know and will have to ask me, but that's okay. It'll get in front of me, and that's all that matters.
Yes, congratulations to winners. So let's continue to our next part, the Influencer Faction event.
Yeah, so, all right, we have something very fancy. Besides just the in-game faction clash between Rosetta and Mayflies, we also have planned a special event based on the Prismverse clash scenario. And as many of you already know, these 2 factions exist in the game, but outside of the game, we want to provide players with a similar immersive experience. So we've prepared the event Twitch Streamer Faction War. Seshi, would you mind providing more information about it?
Absolutely. So here's the deal. After we drop the version 1.2, we're setting up a special server in North America, South America, and Europe for this event. So each server will have a streamer such as Osmogold and Scent1. You could see on the list we showed right now. So they're going to lead in different factions. So if you're a creator and want more exposure, just hit up the faction leading streamers and join the team. Team up with other creators during this Twitch Streamer Faction War and lead your faction to the final victory. So and don't forget to stream the whole thing on Twitch to boost your channel visibility. If you are one of the meta and want to know more about the Twitch Streamer Faction War, like the progress updates, results, and more, or want to join the discussion, follow the official Once Human account on X and Facebook, or just look up hashtag Once Human or hashtag Prismverse Clash on Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. So what's more, we're preparing prediction event in Discord. So you could join the official Discord channel for the final victory faction prediction. So if you predict the winner, you could predict the winning faction, and you could, if you predict it correctly, you could also get a lot of rewards.
This sounds amazing. It sounds like a super cool event, and I am already so excited. I can just imagine all of the awesome clips that are going to pop up from this event. I have a feeling that once 1.2 goes live, we'll see so many cool moments from this faction war, from this Twitch streamer war. Other metas can also definitely benefit from that just by watching and learning some of the tactics, learning some of the strategies that the top players are using in their PvP battles, learning how to take down bases even better. And that's exactly what we want to happen, because Prism versus Clash is a scenario that demands both strategy and teamwork. So we really want the community to come together, work together, and plan their attacks and strategize.
Yes, and next up is the newest LabForge Loot Crate. So in the new version dropping on September 26, aside from the new scenario and several optimizations, I remember there are still updates to the LabForge Loot Crate as well. So Sammy, could you share more detail about this?
Oh, absolutely I can. All right, so August 15th, we released a really fancy motorcycle skin called Pyroglide, and many players have been asking for vehicles since then, myself included. I'm a big car person. My mouse pad is all cars. I just working on mine yesterday. Well, we finally have another one. Here it is. In version 1.2, we will be introducing a brand new vehicle skin called Speedy Wings. I think we have an image that we can put up. But I will admit, images don't really do it justice. So in addition to that, we also recorded a video for you. Speedy Wings will pop up hopefully right about now.
I am the final. I never lie, better listen. I'm in my prime, and you're never gonna catch up. Victory's my next stop. What I got you want, you're never gonna get a piece of. You said I was never gonna make it, now look at me. I'm killing it, jealousy, and all you ever do is try to be like me. Your price will never reach up.
Wow, the Speedy Wings is super, super cool, and it's even my favorite color. Feels like we can experience a dose of the fast and furious in the post-apocalyptic world in the once human.
Yeah, and besides the LightForge Loot Crate, we've also added a bunch of new items to the shop, but today we're going to leave you in a bit of suspense, so please stay tuned to our social media, our community channels, where we'll be sharing even more sneak peeks about version 1.2 very soon.
Yes, so after introducing the LightForge Loot Crate and the new shop items, let me give you a sneak peek of the Twitch drops rewards from the version 1.2 update. So many of you may already know, since the global release of Once Human, we've been running Twitch drops events regularly. Since the version 1.2 is such a major update, we've got some sweet exclusive Twitch drops just for it. So the coming Twitch drop events will run from the September 26, 1 a.m. to October 16th. During that time, watching for 2 hours Once Human Live, you will get the Lost Painter Mask cosmetics. It is shown, yes. And watch for 4 hours, you will score the Tiger Raw weapon skin. These two cool cosmetics are exclusive to the Twitch Drops events, and you can't get them any other way. So if you want to get these awesome rewards, don't miss out. Before version 1.2, make sure you enabled the Twitch Drop functions and link your Once Human account with your Twitch account. Besides the Twitch drops, we have also prepared a Twitch bounty board for version 1.2, so creators can participate in the series of activities and earn substantial cash rewards by completing specific tasks. This new version are not only offer more interactive opportunities, but also allow creators to receive tangible rewards by showcasing your creativity and skills. For creators, so version 1.2 is an unmissable golden opportunity, and in this version you will get more chances to showcase your creative talents, attract more viewers, and earn rewards. So unleash your creative potential, seize this chance, and let your work stand out in the community. Okay. And time flies, we already wrapping up the 1.2 version live stream. If you get any more questions, feel free to drop in the chat. We'll gather them and respond maybe after the stream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, or we can try to do it right now. But before we go, I actually wanted to quickly call out, and while you get some of your last minute questions in, are you going to TwitchCon San Diego this weekend by chance? Because if so, so am I, so are we. Myself and another Once Human team member will be walking around looking to meet everyone. So if you find us, there's actually a special treat in it for you. I don't know if this will show super well. I'm gonna try. But it's a nice little keychain of our dear friend, the bus. Oh boy, all right, so it's not showing super well on the camera, but we have a bunch of these, and I will be giving out to anyone who can find me. So if you're going to TwitchCon, I'll be wearing a Once Human shirt. I'll be walking around. Make sure to try and come hunt me down. Let me know, hey, I love your game, or I hate your game for this reason, and I'll take that back and we'll fix it, and you'll get a keychain.
Yeah, go catch Sammy like a deviation.
Hunt for the deviation that is me at TwitchCon. Also, not only that, we're not only going to be giving away that prize at TwitchCon, but I just want to remind the metas who won the giveaway during our live stream, please head over to our official Discord and contact our staff to claim your prize. I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. Did you have anything you still wanted to get to?
Yeah, I think that's everything we want to share to all of you guys, but I still see a lot of questions. I think the time limited, we could like write down it and give it the feedback in the community.
Yeah, I think so. I think I will try to get answers to most of these questions I see. We have a bunch written down. I have them. I know that people have been taking them down. They sent me a couple of them. So we'll get to those, and we'll make sure to try to get you that information as soon as possible. And if you didn't get your question answered, remember, you can at any moment feel free to ask me on Discord. I get a lot of DMs in a day, so I may not get to yours for a little bit, but if you need to know something, definitely hit up a moderator, ask somebody on the Discord, and if they aren't sure, they will be able to get in contact with the right person who can, something like that. So get in the Discord. There's lots of great resources there for any information you are trying to get access to.
Oh, I think we could answer some of the question right now. So someone's asking, like, can I wait in the Eternal Land for the PvE scenario? I think that is possible, but I do personally I do suggest you to try the PvP scenario first. If you have, from my perspective, it is also good to listen to the feedback from PvE users. How do you think about the current scenario? And also during this scenario, we also prepared some events for PvE users, both on PvE server as well as the PvP server. And
if that's something you wanted to do, actually, I would recommend maybe transferring to the new PvP scenario, giving it a shot just to see day 1, day 2, and if you don't like it, then you can still go back and hang out at Eternal Land for those 19 days, but you've transferred over and you've given it a shot at least, so maybe that new content, if you do like it.
Yes, and next question I think we could answer right now is, when do we get more weapons? I think not this version, but very, very, very soon. So please stay tuned to our next stream.
Mm-hmm. And not only, I mean, we do get the amazing new katana in this one.
Mm-hmm. And someone's asking you, Sammy, can you show the keyring again?
Oh, sure. Actually, you know what? Let me try to take it. Ooh, I don't know that I can. Oh, I'm going to do this away from the mic. Maybe taking it out of the packaging will help.
Yeah, I think also some of the questions you guys put in the Dropbox we have answered at the really beginning at the Q&A session. So there's a video of this live, so you guys could check it later. Yeah, here's a keyring. Go hunt Sammy. Go find him.
It is a nice heavy-duty keyring, so definitely you want to get your hands on this. It is a good prize. I don't have any. I can put it next to my mouse, but my mouse is big too, so I can't even get the cord long enough.
Yeah, and also someone's asking for other merch. We will have other merch to give away in the Discord community, to make sure you join the Discord.
Yes, we love to give away lots of prizes in the Discord, so if that's something you're interested in, make sure you join. Yeah,
and some of the community members are asking about some bugs about the game. So for the bug fixing, we actually regularly post the bug fixing note. I think 1 to 2 times a week. So you could check all the bug fixing we're doing right now. So we want to keep you guys updated.
Yeah, we are constantly trying to post our patch notes on Discord and all of our social medias as well as our website. If that's something you're interested in, we post very frequent patch notes on Discord, especially that frequency will change depending on how many bugs there are at the moment, right? So obviously after a big update, new bugs may be introduced and we'll post more frequent updates around then, and then as we get everything fixed, it starts to slow down. But lots of different options, lots of updates, everything you need to know will be right in that Discord.
Yeah, I think that's all the questions we answer for today, and I know you guys have more questions coming up, but just do leave a message. We will check it definitely after this live and give you the feedback in the Discord server, especially something about the Eternal Land, something you could transfer to Eternal Land, or what gameplay you could experience out there. Okay, so metas, maybe see you next time in the Way of Winter.
Bye, see you everyone next time. Thank you.
Bye.